you know, more assessments. Like I talked to Dion. You know Dion, right? Wait.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was like,
Yeah,
Dion?
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, I talked to Dion, and we're gonna set up something for a couple weeks out. So I think you'll be like a part of that whole
Nice.
experience, and that's kind of the game plan there.
Cool.
And then yeah, like when I mean, we'll figure. I know you have more of a strict kind of set schedule.
Yeah, with work and stuff. If we can figure something.
But
out.
I mean, as soon as I have assessments that we can lock in, like you can come in and shadow an assessment. And I think he'll probably be chill with me filming the whole thing too. He seems pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
So I can film the whole assessment.
Yeah.
And you can watch the whole thing from start to finish because it'd be good to get eyes on that and kind of see what that looks like. Yeah. So
Cool.
Sweet, man. Okay, so the lower extremity here.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we plowed through this.
Plowed through the actions of the
Dude,
lower.
we covered like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt pretty good.
It did. You know,
It's pretty straightforward. I've been going over it this last week, and
Yep.
like almost every morning I wake up and like I sit in my chair while I'm doing my little activities, and then I look over it before I head here.
the whole thing. Nice, dude. That's good. That's a good way to do it.
And then yeah, like I said, if I sit in the sauna, sometimes I'll bring my phone. It's been overheating pretty quick lately.
In the sauna?
It's been hot in there. Yeah. Normally I'll bring it in there and just watch that guy that I like.
Dude,
on
I
YouTube,
love
like
it.
watch his
I
videos.
love that. People are
Yeah.
like, what are you watching?
Yeah. Nosy people for sure. I see people looking over my shoulder all the time. Yeah.
What's this dude watching on his phone in here? Alright, get this thing fixed. Okay, so we started with the bony landmarks. Mike, you want to grab that other femur, dude? I'll work on
That one's messing up.
Yeah, I forgot. This is the one that kind of blew up a little bit. Dude, this might be a good opportunity for you to teach or to do like practice, kind of running Eli through this. If you're feeling good on it, or do you want?
I feel like
to quiz you up again? Okay.
Yeah, you should do
Okay. Do
that for now still.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so we're kind of starting kind of tibial femoral junction. This is obviously this big old honking bone is the. This is the.
Tibia.
This is the.
Fibula.
Cool. This is the. Nice. Let's see here. So, when we're looking in this lower leg region, we'll start at the top here. And what are okay, so we'll just start on the sides here. What are these guys?
Condyles.
Yep.
Medial and lateral.
Perfect. Yep, and then this guy right here.
The head.
Yep.
Fibula.
Yeah, if you guys just want to bounce back and forth,
Okay, yeah.
then we got.
The tibia tuberosity.
Yep.
Pes anterior.
Yep. Obviously just shaft. Shaft is fibula. Yep. And then we got these guys down on the bottom here. We've got the.
Malleolus.
Yep. And we'll call them medial and lateral malleolus. And then on the back side here, we have the. So this guy here is the. Yep.
Yeah, I forget.
It's the soleal line.
Soleal line.
Yeah.
I knew it was line.
Yeah.
Some line.
I know, man.
Soleal line.
Like I said, this.
Soleus is connected to that.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, dude, there's some trippy muscles in the lower leg.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't studied it for a while. It's kind of fascinating just to see what's going on down there.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't. I don't think we think about the lower leg muscles as much as like the hip complex and stuff like that.
Soleal line.
Yep, and then this is the on the top of the tibia. This is called the
plateau.
Yep, tibial plateau. Nice. Cool. That's it.
Yeah,
for
much.
for bony landmarks. Okay, so we'll just we'll bounce back and forth going with the trail guide here.
Okay.
So we'll start here. Whoever wants to go first.
Patella.
Cool. And then
The tibial tuberosity.
cool. And then
The shaft of the tibia.
The head of the fibula.
yep.
Patella again.
Cool. And then these are the medial and lateral
Condyles.
part. No, I'm sorry. The top part here. The
Oh,
medial and lateral.
The plateau.
Yeah, so they're calling it the medial and lateral tibial plateaus. This guy again.
His answering.
Yep. Let's see here. Okay, so then we have these guys.
There's the condyles.
Yep.
Medial and lateral.
Yep, exactly. And then we have the then we have back here.
Is that the condyle?
Yep.
too?
Yep, and then these guys are
Yeah,
the
epicondyles.
yep, perfect. And then this bumpy action here.
It's the adductor tubercle.
Yep, perfect. Very nice. Okay, sweet. So that's kind of the majority of the bony landmarks there that we need to tap into. Let's see here, lower leg actions of the foot. So let's just kind of go through what motion. Let's see. I think we went one muscle at a time last time, or did we go?
We did kind of go one muscle at a time, but we did the.
Did we do this? I can't remember if we.
Oh, like the actions and which.
Yeah, I can't remember we did.
You kind of got, I think, at the beginning of the
And then
video,
we-
you kind of worked into like, oh, we haven't really
Let's-
talked about the.
Yeah,
and it's
okay.
Backed up and.
Yeah, so let's go
I think
through.
this is
Let's
the
go
one that we were
through.
using.
Yeah, we'll go muscle by muscle then. That's perfect. Okay, so we got gastrocnemius. Do we want to go through like reading through all this again?
I listened to it yesterday.
You did.
so,
Okay,
like,
so it's
can-
fresh and
And I
everything.
also read it myself. the
Killer.
other day, so,
Okay, so
yeah.
let's just go over
Yeah.
origin, insertion, and
Yeah,
action.
let's do that.
Perfect.
Let's do that.
Okay, so gastrocnemius is does two things. Do you want me to?
Flex the
No,
knee.
flexes.
Yep,
Yep, and then plantar flexes the foot.
yep, cool. And then the origin of the gastrocnemius is
Well, that was across.
Back here, right? Doesn't it connect to the condyles?
yep, and it's more posterior back
Posterior,
here.
Right.
Yeah, so it's
Aspect of the.
yep, yeah. Like we can almost even call it like the posterior superior aspect of the condyle of the femur.
condyle of the
Let's see
femur.
what they say, just out of curiosity. Condyles of the femur posterior surfaces. There you go. Yeah, and then runs into the
Calcaneus via the calcaneus
Yep.
tendon.
perfect. Cool. Sweet. Pretty straightforward. And then, do we want to get the
It's always kind of nice,
It
for
is.
some of them to see. Like these ones are
I
all so
totally-
straightforward, but like when we get into like
the
the
soleus one? And
yeah.
yeah.
It's
So,
nice to kinda
so
see.
play with that. I'm over here being neurotic, trying to fix this bone.
Okay.
Don't worry about me.
So it does little.
Mm. Flex. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, and then soleus. So soleus is only one action.
Yes. Plantar flexus.
Yep.
Attached to the soil.
Yeah, it does not cross the knee.
Exactly.
And then same attachment.
So, but it attaches all the way to the soleal line and
Yeah, and it's. We got two of these.
yeah, each
Ah,
other.
there we
go.
We'll get another thingy here too.
We need to patent these things.
Yeah, the high-tech muscle action origin site, insertion site, physics tool. There.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Cause this one has a big attachment site, does the soleus?
Yeah, it's this giant attachment that runs kind of 45-degree angle from the fibular head, kind of down 45-degree angle to the tibia.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so it's like from here and then
Down that soleus.
yeah, you can almost see like that 45 right there, or I guess that's not a 45-degree angle, but
almost like
close to it, yeah.
Fits.
Yeah.
Makes
Yep.
sense when you say that. Though,
Yep.
you know?
and then
Yeah,
yep, that's the thing.
Nice.
Cool. All right.
far out.
Yeah, right on, man. Something that we did talk about last time, you might have seen this on the video, but like training something like knee flexion exercise on a machine, you can bias
Right, the hamstring.
or the gastroc. So with the plantar flex foot position, you'll be able to drive a little more gastroc activation versus if it's dorsal.
Yeah, and I was playing with that actually last night. Yesterday was legs.
It's crazy,
I was
huh?
playing with that on the machines.
Yeah.
And yeah,
You
it
can
was
fry
weird.
your calf muscle if
Yeah.
you plantar flex and hammer
Oh,
your
yeah.
foot into plantar flexion. I mean that'll light that thing
I
up like
fried
crazy.
my quads to the fact I got off and I was
Your
like
jelly
shaking.
legs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It felt good though.
Yep. Okay, cool. So then we have plantaris, and that is
That
It's a really long
Yeah.
yep, and it does two things very poorly.
What does it do poorly? Because it
Both of them.
flexes the knee.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Evert? No, not Evert.
no, we're just talking
It's the same thing.
plantar flexion. Yeah.
So
Yep.
they're both weak.
Weak, exactly. Yep.
Is that one attached up here the same on the?
Yeah, this
on
is the lateral supracondylar line of the femur. So this is going to be from lateral running medially down into the calcaneus. So
Like through here, right?
yeah, it's going to be. I'll get this one for you. Hold it. So it's here, and then down. Yep, and then it attaches medially. Yep. Sorry. That's my bad. You had it. It's here, and then medially.
Cross.
There we go. Yep. I was backwards there.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Cool.
then just weak.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, just because if you look at
Flexion.
the sheer girth of that thing, it's like
Yeah.
non-existent,
It's
basically.
basically
Yeah.
a tendon this whole way.
It's so crazy to me.
Yeah,
It's-
it's bizarre.
That's got to be some evolutionary thing. We're just like losing our plantaris.
Right. But it makes no sense.
Just like holding on for dear life. Okay, one of the big dogs here, the popliotis. So this does two things. Let's talk about the origin and insertion side of this guy first.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, so the popliotis attaches to the.
Just based on the photo somewhere.
It runs from lateral to medial.
So it attaches out here on the epicondyle, right?
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
yeah.
Spot on, Mikey. Nice man. And
The
then
fibula?
it runs. Oh, that's sorry. That's yeah. There you go. That's lateral.
Lateral.
Yep. And then that's gonna run into the.
Okay, so then no, it would be that. Opposite.
Yep, you got it. Yeah. And then you kind of see this is kind of the same.
Like runs across, right?
Runs across, but then drops down and attaches to the
Soleal line.
It almost
posterior aspect of the tibia, just kind of right down
It
the.
almost looks
on
like
the
it's just
shaft.
on the outside
Yeah,
of the shaft.
exactly. Kind of like the most distal third of the tibia.
And that knee flexes, right? But
Yep.
Only from a locked position, right?
No, this one I believe it said it helps unlock the knee.
Unlock the knee.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is vital in unlocking the
Unlocking.
joint from an extended position, hence its name. The key which unlocks the knee.
Alright, so extended and then
But it-
unlocks it to a flexed.
Yep, and then it drives what action from a rotary standpoint.
Oh. Evert. Or a lateral rotation, right? External
Yep.
rotation.
Wait, let's look at that
That'd
again.
be-
So
no,
let's see.
that's medial rotation.
Yep.
It's hard to look at it backwards right now.
Yeah, so-
Medial, that's going.
So let's see here. So if we're here,
Yeah.
it'll be easier to do this. Look at this flexed. So if we're here, and then so this is the inside of this is the femoral head. So this is medial.
Yeah.
That's gonna lengthen. There we go.
Okay, so.
Yeah, it's shortening, and then you can see that gets it tight.
Yeah.
That
So
gets
then that's lateral.
medial.
Medial.
Yeah,
It
right,
is
that
medial.
lateral. Yeah, yeah. You got it.
Okay.
It's easier to see it with it flexed, though.
Yeah.
And it has more
That makes
mechanical
sense.
advantage when it's flexed as well.
That's set up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay,
Makes sense.
cool. Okay, so now we're getting into the muscles specifically of just the lower leg, not anything that crosses the knee.
Right.
We're getting into the pronatus longus and brevis, and then they don't have tertius in here, but it does exist. So
Okay.
pronatus longus is one thing specific, and then also assists to do another thing. Let's talk about origin insertion though. So, you want me to rattle this off to you, or do you know where this guy attaches?
I think this is. Oh, which one was it?
Longest.
Longest attaches to.
The head, right? No,
Okay, so let's start with the origin. Origin is somewhere.
The head of the.
Fibula.
Fibula.
Yup.
Down to the first metatarsal.
This one actually runs into the. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Base of the first met and medial
Right.
cuneiform.
Yeah, right.
So this is gonna be. It's actually gonna be first, not.
Oh, this is
yeah,
the
yeah.
one that flips around.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, right.
Yup.
Right.
And the mechanical advantage here to pull this thing into whatever motion you guys you can kind of explore what that does.
That's E version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get this guy in a good position. Right. Oh, you're gonna do next one. I'll hold that. You can play
E
with that.
version.
Then it goes into the
Yup.
from the fifth to the first. Is that
Yup.
what you said?
Yeah, it doesn't even. I mean, this one doesn't even attach to the fifth. There you go.
And then everts.
And is it? So. A rotation from the flexing. Or is it
Dorsal flex, right? Does that help?
Wait, say it again. Is it? You said
lateral rotation? No.
of the knee?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because
Because it's
right,
not
this
just
you
back.
got it. You got it. Yep.
Okay, so.
Yeah. So this is just a
E version.
yeah, a calcane, or this is a talc curl joint mover
And
and
then dorsiflexion.
Yep. plantar flexion.
Or plantar flexion.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So this guy's gonna pull
Mm-hmm.
out this way. You could also call this like we could also almost call this like some kind of abduction or
Mhm.
external rotation, but mainly it's driving
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
first metatarsal, plantar flexion, and eversion like that. Yep. So it's helpful aiding in that ground force reaction, initial contact point there in the gait cycle. Not toe, but
Mm-hmm. Yep.
forefoot kind of. Okay, and then we got pronatus brevis, and so this one attaches still to the fibula.
Yeah,
But,
lower though.
yep, you got it. Yep, distal 2/3. So they're basically glomming brevis and tertius in together,
Okay.
which is that's
So they're
that's
saying
fine.
it's all down here. It's
Mhm.
all one.
Yep, and then that runs into the tuberosity of the fifth.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, you got it. Yep. Here, I hold that up for you. Hang on, man.
Yeah.
Oh, broken ankle. There we go. There we go. And that's going to be the lower 2/3. So it's going to be here. Nice. Yep,
Pretty short.
it is. And that's going to.
Evert also.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it also says plantar.
Yeah, and the confusing
That's
part.
really weird.
What's that?
It is weird that it plantar flexes. It seems like you
It shouldn't plantar flex.
It
Oh,
does that.
assist to plant.
That's what
Oh,
I
because
thought I
it's
was reading
running.
that.
Yeah, it's running posterior. I guess that's really
So yeah, I guess okay. Yeah, so kind of.
It almost thinks it
teeny
would
bit.
help.
Yes. Let's say weak.
It doesn't, but it should.
It should.
The interesting thing is this peroneus tertius. Should run. It runs from here to here, and it dorsiflexes the foot. It everts the
That's
foot.
what, I mean, that's what I was thinking.
Let me Google this just to make sure. I mean, this is everything that I ever learned from like any kind of like muscle testing, positional
Okay.
testing. Peroneus tertius. Does it exist? Yeah, it's a real muscle.
Yeah.
Let's see, peroneus tertius. Action.
Dorsiflex the foot.
Yeah, there you go.
It makes sense because that motion, that's what, it doesn't show that it plantar flexes the foot,
No.
you know, because
No.
it lengthens there,
Right.
shortens here.
So maybe they discovered this book might be outdated. They might have discovered this muscle since the book was created.
That's
possibly.
why it's not in there.
Yeah, I mean,
That could
this
be.
this thing's old as dirt. I don't even know how old this book is. Let me see. Because I got it 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and it was made. I don't know, whatever. Here we go. When CD-ROMs were available. I don't know how long ago that was. I mean, that book could be 20, 25 years old. So
Yeah.
yeah. The tertius is gonna go here to here, and then drive this up and out motion.
Yeah.
Cool.
That makes sense.
Mm.
That makes more sense than plantar flex.
Well, the brevis,
brevis does.
because that brevis is posterior. That's why it's because it's running back and kind of into here.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like it has a ton of advantage. I mean,
Almost at a certain point, you get to a point where it's like, okay, then now it's helping.
you know, I could see it from like if it's pulling out.
Out and down?
Yeah,
Okay,
that
I can see that.
Right, check that out. That actually that shortens
Plantar
there.
flex with eversion,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
That makes more
It
sense. That
does,
makes sense.
right?
Then, yeah.
So obviously, if it's inverting, that thing's gonna have no
No.
advantage to
Right.
plantar flex the foot. But with it, I can actually almost like feel if you poke on that little like back region right here. Yeah,
Yeah,
there it is.
yeah. That makes sense. But then, then when you do, it's not there if you invert at
No,
all.
that
yeah.
thing's squishy.
Yeah.
Totally
Okay.
shut off. That's actually a cool thing to feel, which is the reciprocal inhibition, or if you invert your foot and then poke on those peroneals out here. Feel how soft that tissue is on the outside,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
And then evert.
And then evert. More that way. There you go. And then go up. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird.
Yep. So that's just a cool kind of feeling of the inhibition or the lengthening or loosening of the muscle when it's called upon to lengthen by the agonist. Pronia. Okay, so then we got prona's longus, good. Those are the two or three peroneals. Then we have toe extensors. So we have extensors of the ankle and toes. Dorsiflexors or extensors. Okay, so they're calling extensors. They're calling dorsiflexors extensors. Tibialis anterior. So that's going to, let's go origin assertion. Lateral condyle of the tibia, proximal lateral surface of the tibia, and interosseous membrane. So lateral condyle of the tibia. Yeah. Nice. Proximal lateral surface of the tibia. Yep, perfect. And then interosseous membrane. So this same kind, this is the interosseous membrane here. Yep.
So it's kind of just in here.
Exactly. Yep. And then the insertion is the medial cuneiform and base of the first metatarsal. Medial cuneiform and base of the first met.
So we got like right there.
Yep.
So
Yep.
medial cuneiform in the base of the first met.
Definitely got dorsiflex.
Yeah, big time. Awesome mechanical advantage for dorsiflexion. And then what kind of ankle action from a medial lateral or ankle inversion eversion standpoint?
Inversion.
You got it. You got it. Nice. Solid. That's great. Cool. These are pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Single joint axis mainly. It's
Yeah.
kind of up down. There's not a
easier
lot.
to, like, test.
There's no deep rotators that like also
All this crazy.
flex the hip and then rotate, and when it's not flexed, it's not a rotator.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty straightforward stuff. Okay, then we have extensor digitorum longus, origin lateral condyle of the tibia.
Same thing.
Yep. Anterior shaft of the fibula. That's interesting.
Just needed to squeeze right next
Lateral
to
condyle of the tibia.
the
Anterior shaft of the fibula and interosseous membrane. Yeah. Okay. And then middle and distal phalanges of the second through fifth toes.
Goes underneath, right?
Nope. This one runs on top. Yeah, because these are extensors.
Oh, they're all, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
you
So
got
it's
it.
all just along.
So you said middle and
Second.
distal.
Second
Yeah.
through the fifth.
Second through the fifth. Yep. Middle and distal.
Wow, that's true.
Yeah, right.
All the way down
All
here.
those fuckies.
Middle and distal phalanges of the second through fifth toes.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's just gonna
So
slam.
this
all
one would
these.
you couldn't if you were to extend your phalanges, you wouldn't extend this does not extend your big toe. At all.
Correct.
So you got
Yeah, it's got its own individual extensor. I believe they call it the extensor hallucis
So yeah,
longus.
this is the one that goes all the way out here,
Yeah.
and it's the tendon splay out
Yep.
attached
Yeah,
to
let's
all
see. Is
these.
there a good picture of that?
Thought there was.
Yeah, there's gotta be a good picture
Right
of that.
there.
Yeah, hey, nice.
when you do toga, you're trying to use extensor digitorum versus extensor.
When you do what was that?
toga, and you try to get ready to your
Oh,
big toe without
yeah,
using
yeah,
it's like
exactly.
just
It's
trying
so
to-
good. I love it.
You're just trying to do the hallucis one.
Yep. When you're going up
Mhm.
and then up, and then
I've not been able to do it. I've tried.
I can
need- I
do
need to
it, but
train.
it takes me a second. Like,
to get the big toe up, little ones
Yeah,
down,
you gotta
little
train.
ones down.
Yeah.
I went through this FRC program over here, and that was one of the things that they had us work on, and it blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
And I was
How hard
so
it is.
frustrated. Like this was in Berkeley, and me and Hill were like getting ready to go. My wife were getting ready to go out to dinner, and I'm sitting there like we're like kind of dressed up. I got my shoes off, like socks off. I'm like waiting for her, and I'm just staring at my feet, just trying to get this thing figured out. And she's like, "What do you? Let's go." And
yeah.
I'm like, like trying to. Took me like a month and a half to get it.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. And so they call it the toe daily warm up, and so it's big one up, big one down, little ones up, little ones down, and then all of them up, big one down, all of them up, little ones down, all of them up. Play the piano from the big toe to the little ones. All of them up. Play the piano from the little toe to the big ones, and that's the foot daily warm up.
That's
Man,
wild.
How do you
What's
train
that-
yourself to do that?
Dude, I don't know. I mean I just
I've been like
See
playing
what's
with like
about
kind of
it.
swishing the other toes down and
Big one up,
Oh, yeah.
big one down. Little one's up, little one's down, all of them up, big one down, all of them up, little one's down, all of them up, play the piano. This is the hardest one for me.
That's rough.
Yeah, that one's hard.
Yeah. And then that's easy. Ah, dude, it's been 4 years and I still have trouble with that one. But yeah, I give this to most clients to do. The toe daily warm up. So
Isn't that just what connects you to you?
yeah, I mean, dude, we're wearing a mitten on our foot all day.
Yeah.
We gotta, if we can mobilize the toes there, it just helps drastically with function, movement, all that stuff. So yeah, it's a good one to practice though. It feels good to do it. You do it standing, feet digging into the sand or into the
I gotta
grass
get
or
back to
something.
my practicing.
Yeah,
A couple years ago.
toga. I love
Toga.
that. That's great, man.
Yeah. I haven't heard it called that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was the guys.
Good morning.
Justin Ortega.
It was what?
Justin Ortega.
Yeah.
Like that was his like oh, you gotta do toga if you want to be, if you're runners and stuff. Like,
You gotta do toga.
Gotta do toga.
Oh yeah, man.
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
man.
That's essential. Yes, right, because you gotta keep the integrity and the health of those joints, man.
Oh yeah.
Okay, extensor digitorum longus, we got them. Extensor hallucis. So we have middle anterior surface of the fibula and interossei membrane, or interosseous
Middle
membrane
interior. So
Middle
of the fibula. Yep.
down here.
Yep. Middle anterior surface of the fibula, and then the distal phalanx of the first toe. Sweet, man. Yep. So this is going to extend the most distal part of the toe, whereas middle and distal. Oh yeah. Okay, so both of these are going to drive the extension of the most distal
Because there's more
component.
foot muscles in there that are gonna.
Right. Yep. And because there's only a middle and distal phalanx of the toe, that's why it's not
Right.
obviously attaching to
Yeah.
the third one. Okay. Extensor. There we go. Tibialis anterior. We're good there. Extensor digitorum longus. Okay, and then we have the flexors.
So there's extensor hallucis. What's the name of that one? That touch.
Extensor hallucis longus.
So
Yep.
both longus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's a brevis too, but that's going into nitty gritties that we really I don't think we need to know.
Hone down.
Yeah, we just need to know that there are toe extensors that
Right.
cross the ankle joint,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of where they are generally. Okay, flexors of the ankle and toes. So we have tibialis posterior, and that's going to be the proximal posterior shaft of the tibia and fibula and interosseous membrane. Proximal posterior shaft of the tibia and fibula and interosseous membrane.
That's just like in here.
Yep, starting most proximal, so at the very top there.
Yeah.
And then the insertion is all 5 tarsal bones and base of the 2nd through 4th metatarsals.
From the underside?
Yep.
Does it go around?
It runs, I believe it runs, let's see, so it's going to run medial.
It should be on this side.
Yeah. Let me double check that though, actually. No, I'm sorry, lateral. Yep, wraps around. There you go. Yep. Wait. That doesn't
Because
make any
we
sense.
went over this, and because it doesn't.
It's supposed to invert the foot though, right? So. No. It's. This should run medial. Hold on, I'm pulling it up here. Tibialis posterior. Runs medial. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way that can run lateral. It's an inverter. Right? So.
Grabs all these.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, and so this is kind of a great, I think this is a good view of the whole tibialis posterior right here. And
Does
then,
that come out with a top?
no,
No, it just
yeah, runs, yep, and then
It just-
displays in there.
They just have the foot. I see.
Yeah, so if we were there. Yeah, exactly. Yep,
Flex.
invert, boom, try everting that thing. See how it lengthens
Yeah.
it? Yeah, so if it ran lateral, then it would be an everter. Yep, cool. Guys feel good on that
It
one?
almost
there?
has like we actually talked about this last week. It has almost this pocket in here that the tendon sits in. It.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly, yep.
And it just kind of runs right there.
Nice little groove there. Okay, and then we have flexor digitorum longus, and that's going to be the middle posterior surface of the tibia.
Middle posterior.
Yep,
Almost, I feel like this line then probably.
Yep.
Somewhere on this line, right?
yep. And then the distal phalanges of the second through fifth toes.
And again, is this medial?
Yeah.
The distal, what was it flank?
Yep.
Just the distal, not the medial too.
It does
On the
say.
phalanges, which-
It does say
second through the
distal.
fifth?
Yep, distal phalanges.
Wow.
Here's a good picture of it right here.
Yeah, it connects way out there.
Yep. So all of those toe flexors are going to run medial.
Oh,
Yep.
good to know.
And that actually, I mean, if you look at this, it kind of makes sense. There's like almost a protective pocket for all the
Yeah,
flexors
Right,
there.
Get in there.
Yep.
It runs right. into
Yep.
that.
Let it out.
So nuts.
And then flexor hallucis is going to run middle half posterior fibula.
Middle half posterior fibula.
Yep.
Okay.
And then distal phalanx of the first toe.
So the hallucis is always that first toe.
Yep.
The
Yep.
extensor.
And-
Digitorum is the.
Is
the
the-
digitorum is the flexion.
I just remember the digitorum because they're like
Digits, yeah.
digits, and then the
Yeah.
hallucis is just.
Yeah, and you're right. It does
Just
appear
general.
that the flexor and extensor digitorum is middle and no. So interesting. The flexors are only distal, whereas the extensors on the digitorum side are middle and
They
distal.
were middle and distal. Yes, on the top
Alright.
they were middle and distal. On the bottom they're just grabbing the. And yeah, no, you're right.
Interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
That's why I'm just thinking back to like MAT class when I was going through this MAT program. That's why we had flexor digitorum brevis and longus, because we would actually test the toe here and here. I would test it at the first knuckle.
And so here that's longest.
Brevis.
Brevis.
Yeah, it would be, and then this would be the longest.
That makes
test.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So in MAT, that's why I remember now that now looking at the anatomy of it, that makes
That's
sense
why we did
why
that.
we tested that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. That is the entirety of the foot.
Wow.
There it is, man. Plowed through that.
There's that foot.
There's that foot.
Straightforward.
So. Oh, excuse me. That yeah. So that is the muscles of the lower leg and foot,
Right.
not the foot
Foot
itself.
muscles.
Yeah.
Itself,
Yeah. So we'll go over those too. I think what we should do is compartmentalize and go through some testing on the ankle, knee, foot. Are you guys cool with that? And like kind of talking about what the actions are, and then we'll go to the foot muscles after that.
Sure.
Is that cool? Yeah.
Sure.
Because I mean, the foot we're gonna be working on we'll be just testing the foot itself, whereas the testing on the ankle foot is kind of a bigger, more gross motion. Yeah.
True.
Cool. Do you guys want to look at or talk about anything else on this component of it.
That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's play with this thing. So let's go through the actions and muscles. What are we doing on time? Would you rather go through the muscles of the foot today and then do all the testing next week? It's up to you guys.
I don't care. I mean, we can.
So
Let's go through. I guess fuck it. Let's go through the muscles since we're already on this.
Yeah.
You feel
Sure.
okay?
Okay, that's fine. Whatever is good for you guys. I want to make sure that this is you're getting the most out of this. So we're just going to be zooming in now, right? So the general muscles of the foot here. So we have, like I said, this gets pretty gnarly. So there's all this
Just looking
tenderness.
at it from like the,
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, so this is gonna be, let's see here. Let's go. It gets real, man.
The first one was like top and bottom, and then this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get us straight to the actual individual muscles because this can get overwhelming real fast here. Okay, so we have the muscles of the foot. So we have.
It's on top.
Yeah, this is going to be the extensors. Yeah. So the dorsal surface of the foot is home to the extensor digitorum brevis. There we go.
There.
It's a small belly. Its small belly lies deep to the extensor digitorum longus tendons, but is still palpable. Unlike the minimally muscled dorsal surface, the foot's plantar surface is made up of several layers of muscle. The first layer, located deep to the plantar aponeurosis, is formed by three muscles that lie side by side. The center muscle is the flexor digitorum brevis. It extends down the center of the foot from the calcaneus to the phalanges. Medial to the flexor digitorum brevis is the thick superficial abductor hallucis. Lateral to it is the superficial abductor digiti minimi. Both abductors are easily accessible and often visible along the sides of the foot. Although deep to the plantar aponeurosis, all three muscles are relatively superficial on the sole of the foot and are thus palpable. So the extensor digitorum brevis extends the second through fourth toes. Yep. Middle three, yep. It's on the dorsal surface of the calcaneus. So it's going to be on, this is on the anterior side, dorsal side, yep. Up here, yep. And it's going to be attaching to the second through fourth toes via the extensor digitorum longus tendon, which is running through into the phalanges.
Out here.
it's attaching to calcaneus.
Coming way out here.
It is on the dorsal surface of the calcaneus. Yep.
So it's up here.
Yes, exactly. Good morning. Yeah, of course. Guys, Julie,
Hi.
Julie,
Hey.
Eli, Michael, have you met any of these guys yet?
I met you on Zoom at one point, and then
Oh, in the
Biology.
MSS course.
I always just see her in passing.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
yeah, I just saw you. We had a class together.
Oh, you want to get your
Yeah,
roller? Yeah. She's going to be dropping in, hopefully, more frequently. She's gone through the program already. She's done with the MSS program and trying to, we'll see what happens. She's working on getting in here too. So that'll be the fifth room. And we'll have 5 people banging on this stuff,
Hanging
man.
down.
Nice.
Yep. It's gonna be nice. I think the flow of getting everybody, like getting you guys all lined up is gonna be like perfect timing.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Sorry, I'm late. I just want to kind of see what you had
Yeah, yeah.
done and we'll see everyone else.
okay, so yeah, so dorsal surface of the calcaneus. So it's gonna be kind of exactly. Yep.
Right here.
Yep. Exactly. And then nice. And then the second through fourth toes via the extensors. So that's going to solely extend the toes there. They're going straight from flexors to or extensors to flexors. Okay. Flexor digitorum brevis. So this is going to be on the posterior side or the ventral side. This is attaching origin medial process of the calcaneus and plantar aponeurosis. So it's going to be kind of like in here. Yep.
Yeah, I see that.
Yep. And then the
Yep.
yep, exactly. Yep, and that's running into the middle phalanges of the second through fifth.
The second to fifth.
Yep. Yep, second through fifth. So these the middle three there. And then that's just gonna curl the toes. Like that. And kind of bunch the foot as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can kind of see this is a kind of a cool angle to see that. I'll get this pulled up for you too. The charge this one, actually. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, we're just covering the muscles of the foot right now.
Yep. And then yeah, when we go through all of the testing of this stuff, it's gonna be 100 times clear, like what this
Yeah, that
stuff
makes
does. Yeah.
I'm glad that we did this then.
Yeah, this is good that we're doing this. Okay, so abductor hallucis, medial process of the calcaneus and plantar aponeurosis. Do you guys feel good about the aponeurosis? Or do you want to explore that a little bit more? It's a little vague for me as well, so let's look into that.
I'm just, yeah, I mean, I
That's just
assume
that.
just from looking at
Aponeurosis
showing
of
us.
the foot.
So like a big piece of fascia.
Yeah, that's why I was assuming this. Right here.
So that's the plantar fascia. Come on, man. Do you know?
I'm just thinking it's probably similar to the one that's, on the back.
Yep.
Just kind of like a big attachment.
Just curious
Sheath
what it
of-
looks like though.
Right.
The way you explain, like, if you're looking at the foot here,
There's
like,
the
you explain it
aponeurosis.
too, like
There it is.
fascia area, you know, that makes sense, like, right in
Okay.
here. If they're talking,
Yep.
the last one, if they're talking about the medial aponeurosis.
So it's synonymous with plantar fascia. I guess is that the deal?
Okay.
I guess that.
And that's what, that's
So it's the yeah, it's just all the fascia of the toe flexors.
that makes
So
sense.
that's the same thing as plantar fascia.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay, that makes more sense to me now.
I'd
I
rather,
see that.
I haven't
I'd rather
heard
say
it called
plan- yeah.
the aponeurosis for some reason. Okay, so that definitely clarifies things here. So when we're talking about the flexors, medial process calcaneus, and plantar aponeurosis, so it's going to be this like slab of fascia here, and then middle phalanges, second through fifth toes. So middle phalanges, which means it's not going to get the distal part of the toe flexing. It's going to be more of this like press versus grab,
Mm-hmm.
right?
right.
Abductor hallucis, medial process of the calcaneus, and plantar aponeurosis. So,
Okay, same.
yep,
So they're calling it plantar aponeurosis. Is that the same terminology?
that must be plantar fascia. Yep. Medial process of the calcaneus.
This is a little book. so
It is.
That's why I want
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have the peroneus tertius in here.
Oh.
Yeah. So it must be that old. You know, the peroneus tertius.
No, yeah, totally. right here in my head.
Okay, so medial process of calcaneus, so just checking it. Yeah, nice. And then proximal phalanx of the first toe, medial surface, and medial sesamoid bone. So that sesamoid bone is right here. Yep. And yep, exactly. And that's going to abduct the first toe. So, like I said, once we get into the testing, you're gonna get to feel like what this feels like. Probably all of us will cramp with this test.
Oh yeah, my left foot's already cramping thinking about it.
Right, right. And then it assists to flex the first toe as well at the metatarsal phalangeal joint.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
Cool. Then we have abductor digiti minimi. That is the origin is the lateral process of the calcaneus and plantar aponeurosis, and then it attaches to the proximal phalanx of the fifth toe. and it's going to be on the lateral surface there. Because what we're thinking about here is abductor, adductor, or abductors.
It's gonna pull.
And it's
It's gonna
weird
pull,
when
yeah.
you talk about the hand and you talk about the foot, they're talking about it as a body of its own from the midline. It's kind of weird. So this is abduction,
Mm-hmm.
this is adduction.
Okay.
Not this is adduction and this is abduction. So
Right.
we're-
It's like how the heck.
Right, exactly.
Interesting.
Which is it's a trip. So we're almost like individualizing each.
So this would be abduction,
Yep, and
and then this
that
one's
would be
adduction.
abduction as well. Yep,
So away from the midline?
yep,
That
exactly.
makes that makes
Yeah.
more sense to me.
Yeah.
too.
Yep, right.
Sure.
Does make sense.
It does. They did good there. Let's see here. So that is. So that's gonna drive.
Yeah.
They call it abduction, but and then that will be a synergy of eversion as well. So that whole splaying to the lateral side motion there. Other muscles of the foot. Here we go. Extensor hallucis brevis, dorsal surface of the calcaneus again. Proximal phalange of the first toe. Proximal phalanx of the first toe. Yep. Yep. And it looks like it's at the not only the proximal phalanx, but proximal of the proximal phalanx.
Mhm.
Yep. So that's gonna lift kind of like
Yeah.
this.
Sure.
Yeah, from there. It's almost like it almost like pulls it back, anchors it. Flexor hallucis brevis, origin plantar surface of the cuboid and lateral cuneiform. So this is going to be on the.
So it's touching right in here.
It's going to be on the plantar side.
So the bottom?
Flexor, yep. The posterior side, yep. And it's going to be the medial and plantar surface of the cuboid and lateral cuneiform.
There's cuboid, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Cuboid, and then it goes across and up to here.
Medial and lateral surface of the base of the proximal phalanx of the first toe. So, base of the proximal phalanx, first toe, both sides. Yep.
And then what does it say? Medial and lateral surfaces.
Julie, if you want to scoop around, you're welcome to.
I can kind of see. I forgot my glasses today.
Oh.
Never gonna
So in here.
Yeah, so let's you got that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it to here.
Interesting.
This is all, like I said, this is stuff I have not studied in depth.
Yeah.
But,
From here to here.
Crazy. Yeah, yeah.
Because then it's flexed.
In every anatomy class I've taken, it's
From
been like,
here,
oh, you don't
right?
need to know
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Here
a lot
to
of
here.
bones
Yeah.
and muscles in the foot. Move on.
wraps.
Coming,
Isn't it?
It's coming across.
So it's, so it's wrapping over
these.
Yep.
To this,
the sesamoid bones, yep.
giving it a pull.
Mm-hmm. Giving it a nice little pull. You feeling good on that one too? Yeah.
That one, that one had me a little bit, but
Oh, glasses.
makes sense.
Okay, so then we have the adductor hallucis, and this is going to be
It's a weird one.
two origins. The oblique head is the base of the second and fourth metatarsal. So, second through fourth metatarsal, and it's going to insert into the medial, lateral surface of the base of the proximal phalanx of the first toe. So that's going to pull the big toe into flexion and towards the midline of the foot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like this motion.
It's crazy. So
Yeah, and like I said, when we get into testing these, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, this feel, you can feel what this stuff is doing.
Mm-hmm.
This is why the foot is so complicated, is because there's an insane amount of muscles there. Then we have that transverse head, which is the plantar ligament of the 3rd through 5th metatarsal phalangeal joints. And then once
Through the
again,
fifth.
yep,
Cool.
What the?
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a
yep.
very like short.
and it's gonna wrap laterally. Excuse me, medially.
To this again, right?
Yeah.
Here.
So from these to
So there's
this.
2 parts.
Yeah, so this is the oblique one, which is down here. And then what was this one called? The
What was the other head?
transverse head.
Transverse head. So the oblique head.
And
Yeah.
transverse head's up here.
Okay, metatarsals, phalangeals. Okay.
This one's the 2nd to 4th, up to here. And then this one is the 3rd through 5th.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird.
This is a cool way to,
Gotcha. I was looking at a different.
like, different attachment.
Yeah, I was like
or-
flipping them. When I was looking at the visual, I was like flipping them around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is just kind of a cool way to
Looking at the
with these guys.
transverse.
So we're going here, and then we're wrapping into here.
And that's gonna pull it in.
And then we're going here to here.
And that's the transverse.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like almost folding.
Yeah, you
Folds
kind
your
of.
foot.
We call it the foot taco.
Yeah.
It's tacoing your foot basically.
That's weird.
Yeah. So you can, the way you can test this. You go to, well, the way you can test this, you want to, I'll take your foot. You can actually taco test.
Mm.
Keep your toes together. Ready, go.
Hell no.
So there's, yeah, right. It's crazy, right? So rest. Keep your toes together. Keep your foot tacoed. There you go.
Felt a little
Yeah,
better.
right?
That's crazy.
Rest. Keep your foot together. Ready, go. There you go, Mike. There's your foot taco.
Woke it up.
Yeah. So
That's
feel.
cool.
Now
Feel-
push here a
I
little
can-
more.
I feel it, yeah.
Yep. Keep pushing here. There you go. Hold that right there.
Ooh.
Some stuff going on in there, right?
Eli, I got climber's feet now.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
Right? So that's what I was
Okay.
saying. Once we get to the testing on this stuff, you're gonna be able to feel this stuff
Yeah.
that you never, I mean, no one ever even senses what the foot muscles are doing. We're just
No.
like, walking
Yeah, all
around
day.
like Bambi. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Till you foot taco somebody.
Yeah,
Curious how
that's
it
cool.
actually with climbing. I'm curious what I do.
It'll be cool to, yeah, that could drastically
Yeah.
help your climbing. Okay, digiti, flexor digitorum brevis. Did we do?
No, we just.
Extensor brevis, hallucis. Do we skip this guy here? Oh no, yeah, these are the ones we just looked into. Hallucis,
Adductor.
adductor hallucis. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so adductor, oh, that's what we
That's
just,
what we
just
just
covered. Flexor digiti minimi brevis. Okay, so base of the 5th met.
Yep.
Cool.
Pretty straightforward.
Yep. Base of the proximal phalanx of the 5th. Base of the proximal 5th.
Yeah, so it's
Yep.
Looks like it wraps
Here.
around this.
and it, yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like it kind of wraps around a little bit.
So it's just a muscle connected to the same toe?
Yeah, but except that it's from the
just
metatarsal
metatarsal
to the phalange. Yep.
Okay,
So
that
it's
makes
gonna do
sense.
this.
Yeah, that's all it does.
Yep. Useful though.
Yeah.
Helps
Balance.
helps activate your glute.
Really?
Sit here and start pressing that lateral part of the toe
Oh yeah.
down into the floor. Splay it and press. What just kicked on right there? Glute.
Yeah.
Right. So that's huge, right? If we can't drive pressure through that lateral part of the foot, the glute's not going to kick on as well.
That'll help me with my squats.
Yep.
So is that like an E?
So it says
Version.
flexor. It can't evert because it doesn't attach to the above the ankle. Yeah. Yeah. It could probably assist with driving inversion, maybe. A little bit.
To drive that pinky toe down.
It's just like
Maybe. I
maybe
mean,
it
yeah. I
works
mean, it's a
synergistically
stretch,
with
but
the whole.
yeah. From the center, what were you saying, Mike? Sorry.
That's just saying help drive that pinky
Yeah,
toe
exactly.
down.
Which eventually will, if we drive this pinky down enough, it's gonna force inversion. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Quadratus plante. So this is a medial and lateral side. This attaches to the medial and lateral sides of the plantar surface of the calcaneus. Posterior lateral aspect of flexor digitorum longus tendon. So medial lateral sides of the plantar surface of the calcaneus. Posterior lateral aspect of the flexor digitorum longus tendon.
So it feeds into the.
It just
flexor digitorum.
looks like it just yanks the tendon, so it helps flex the foot.
Flex the
Yeah,
foot.
not directly.
Does it help
Inserting.
like fold the foot then, almost like at this point like this, instead of.
Yeah, I could see it pulling on the phalanges.
That's how you
Yeah.
almost get this, in
Yeah,
that motion
yeah.
with your foot.
Yep.
The toe flexor.
Yeah, it's kind of an assisted toe flexor. It's more of a. Yeah.
Because it goes into the toe flexing tendon, the
Flex.
Yeah.
flexor,
Yeah.
longus, yeah.
This
Yeah.
is like the anchor to the bone,
Right.
whereas the other ones were more of a. Well, anchoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps.
It
Right, because
probably, you know what it probably
go
does
through like
is
the
it-
retinacula before, and that's the only thing that holds it to the ankle.
Right,
But then when you
exactly.
get down here, that's what holds it to the foot.
What's correct? I would agree with you on that. I think that's probably what the purpose of, or whatever design created this human thing. This is to keep the flexor
Yeah.
tendons from deviating medially too far.
Kind of like
Pull-
the
it's-
seatbelt.
like you said, it's like the second seatbelt there. It's like the posterior seatbelt muscle.
Nice.
Okay, that's cool to know.
Plantar interossei. Adducts the third through fifth toes. Medial surface of the third through fifth metatarsal, so inside of the third through fifth, and the medial surface of the proximal phalanges of the third through fifth.
In here.
Yep, it's a trip. So this is literally attaching from metatarsal
That's like the
to
web of our
phalange.
foot.
Yeah, metatarsal to phalange,
Okay.
same metatarsal to same phalange.
Adduct. Interesting.
Yep. So that makes
Such a
sense.
small
If
motion.
you look at
like-
that line, no, it's crazy. That's what I'm saying. This stuff is crazy. They like buddy up with these like easy lower leg muscles that are just doing like simple plantar flexion and dorsiflexion, and then they're like, hey, hold my beer. Let's do some weird stuff here.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Just add a
Sorry.
couple more things in there.
So yeah, what that's gonna do essentially when it says adduct, it's going to almost slide or swipe, help you swipe your foot in. And so the feeling there, if you put your foot on the floor and you gently press and swipe in,
Gotcha.
that's gonna give you a sensation of what those plantar
Okay, I feel
interossei
that.
do.
I
It's a
feel
trip,
something
right?
kicking on there. Yeah.
The key is to not hinge the foot so much, but keep it pressed.
Press and slide. Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yep.
in there.
Yep.
And like I said, I feel it right in the web of my toes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Dorsal interossei. So this is going to be on the dorsal surface. Abduct second through fourth toes. Metatarsal phalangeal joints. This is the adjacent surfaces of all metatarsals.
It's second through fourth.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. And this is, let's see, where are we? Yeah, plantar interossei, dorsal interossei. I don't know if
It's not just gonna show us.
Oh, here we go.
There it is,
Hey,
over there.
there we go.
So it's on the second through fourth.
Yep, and the so that's medial surface of the third through fifth. So,
Adducts.
yep, medial surface third through fifth.
Hmm.
So we got here, here.
Here.
here. Oh, sorry. Second through fourth toes. Apologies. Medial surface of the medial surface of the proximal flanks of the second toe through fifth through fourth toe. The lateral surface. It's on both sides. It's on both sides. Medial surface of the proximal flanks of the second toe, second through fourth, lateral surface, proximal flanks. Adjacent surface of metatarsals.
So I think it's just saying it connects from the middle over the top.
Yep. But there's this runner here on the second.
So are they like
Oh.
in a sagittal kind of
That you could say that if there's a co-contraction, it's going to be a sagittal. If it's a unilateral contraction, it's going to be an abduction. That's crazy.
But maybe the way they are oriented, it's kind of
Yeah, right. So these guys are all lateral, right? Or medial aspect. Let's see. Hold on a sec. Let's look at this one more time. I need to look at this one more time. Medial surface of the proximal flanks. So that's running medial surface inside of the flanks,
closer to the.
and then the adjacent surface of the all metatarsal. So it's basically, yeah, you're probably right. It's going to be more sagittal flexion, but then the abduction of the second through fourth. They're saying abduction as well.
I haven't looked at this terminology
I mean,
in so long.
it'd be helpful to if you looked at the actual foot itself, because then you can kind of see it's from here to here, and it's
Adjacent.
medial surface of the proximal flank. So it's from top here to medial, which is gonna pull like slight
Okay.
abduction.
Proximal. Lateral surfaces of
Oh
proximal.
my goodness,
Okay.
I gotta go.
You got to roll? Oh, dude.
Let me leave. Alright, catch you guys
You have a
later.
client
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I totally got caught up in the toast.
Oh man.
Bye,
Okay.
guys.
See you tomorrow.
Is this your phone, Jazz?
Oh,
Your
phone?
phone. It is
Shit,
my
sorry,
phone.
you
You got
got
into it.
Oh,
I
we
just,
got it.
all of a
We got it
sudden,
too.
just
Damn.
I got
We're
into it
just-
That's why you're the only one who's here usually.
Yeah, he leaves a little bit early. And
What
then
Does he
kind of
usually leave early?
client?
Yeah, he
I feel
does.
like
he
I've never
does. Just
seen
a
him
few
here.
minutes early.
He's the trainer, NorCal Fit.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Fit NorCal.
Okay,
NorCal.
When you get into
I was
deep foot,
yeah.
it's a little
You
more.
can you see why I was like, should we compartmentalize it
Yeah,
and do
but
the
no,
others?
that's fine. I mean, now we're almost.
Now we're
through it.
exposed to it. We just went through
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Oh, we did.
That was it.
Oh, perfect. Then
Yeah.
next week, then we'll just go over those again. and-
Yep. And then we'll
Test.
start testing. Once we get the testing going, it's going to be way easier to kind of tease out what's going on down there.
Sick.
But it's crazy. It's crazy complicated thing going on down there.
Just
But
for like just these little motions too, not a lot.
Exactly.
There's a lot down there just for.
so
that.
freaking important though to have all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is wrong. This is the wrong leg. This is the right leg. The wrong leg. This is the right leg. Cool. Alright, Mike, you rolling, dude?
Yeah.
Let me get this fever on and I'll dap you up.
Gotta get out of there. It'll be an easy day for me today.
Yeah.
I'm just getting high school repainted and
Oh,
like
nice,
the
dude.
outside of the
Nice.
ground ready for school next week.
Oh yeah, it's happening, huh?
Yeah.
Just like that.
We'll be in touch.
Alright, man. Yeah, I'll hit you up
Yeah.
later this weekend or something like. Yep.
See you later. So he's a trainer at Fit NorCal for now.
Eli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For now.
Yep.
I used to work out there with Grace
Okay.
and Andrew,
Yeah.
the guy who started it, and
We,
he was pretty good self-taught trainer.
Okay. Nice.
But
Yeah, we're he's it's kind of great. Let me get this off here.
right.
Bye.